Let's go ahead and kick things off. So good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here today for the 7 Keys for Lifetime Clients. I would like to introduce our guest speaker today, Eric Gillman. Eric is the Area Director for the Sharp Retention Team of Cutco Closing Gifts, the world's #1 closing gift. Eric is an author, speaker, and client retention specialist. He is here today to share his team's 7 keys for lifetime client retention. Eric, go ahead and take it away.
Beautiful. Thank you, Sylvia. Yes, you know it. That is the ASL international sign for round of applause. So feel free at any point if you feel the need to give me a standing ovation. I totally understand. You can give me the handshakes there. But thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here. In the next 30 minutes, I'm going to give you our 7 keys for lifetime client retention. As a client retention specialist, someone asked me, what exactly does that mean? It means that our team specializes in practices to deepen long-term client relationships. And for those of you I haven't met personally, you might be wondering what the hell is a guy wearing a knife guy shirt doing at a real estate meeting? Just to fill the gap in there, I am with the Cutco Closing Gifts team. Our team has been branding Cutco for the last 12 years. I'll touch on that before we get out of here today. But really what our team specializes in is the knives are simply just a vehicle to appreciate your clients. And I'm going to share with you some other strategies and methods that our team has used over the last 13 years to become the #1 team in the world for Cutco Closing Gifts. Just to give you a little bit of background, I've been with Cutco for 13 years. Our team is the #1 team in the world. We did 2.5 million in sales last year. And I know that some of you sell homes that are more expensive than that. Just to give you some perspective, that is almost double the production of the next team behind us. But what's most exciting about that number and what brings us all together today is of that 2.5 million, 75% or more of that comes from repeat or referral-based business. That is to say, over $1.6 million in sales of that came from repeat or past clients. Who on this call, by a show of hands, will be interested in building a business that's even 50% repeat or referral-based business? Yes or yes, right? And it starts with these simple and effective strategies that you use over time. And I'll jump on my screen with you in just a moment. Actually, in fact, let's just go ahead and get right into it. Let's screen share here. And boom. Give me a handshake if you can see my screen there. Perfect. We'll zoom on over. Simple and effective strategies to create lifetime raving fans. It starts, though, before we get into the meat and potatoes, it starts with the mindset. And the mindset is be more in love with your clients than you are with your business. Be more in love with the relationships and long-term value that you're creating between people than you are with the numbers, the goals, the statistics, the metrics. Of course, those things are a vital part of a business. But in order to deepen relationships, you must be more in love with your clients than you are with your business. Mary Kay Ash, the founder of Mary Kay Cosmetics, has a great saying that she says, treat as if every person has a sign around their neck. It says, make me feel important. And your job as a business person, as a professional, is to be a detective and find out what that thing is, right? So that's the mindset. Be more in love with your clients than you are with the business. Let's talk numbers for a second, because the numbers for client retention are really quite daunting, not just in the real estate industry, but across all industries in general. So much to say, so according to Forbes, 68% of people, they will leave their salesperson because they feel that their salesperson is indifferent. Now, that's not to say you did anything wrong, that you messed up. This simply put, they don't feel the love. They don't feel appreciated. They feel as if they're just another transaction in your book. And if you're one of those people, you're not likely to go out of your way to refer or use that person again, right? And I want you to write this down. Remember this number for client retention, okay? This is the one to burn into your head for why we're going to do everything you're about to learn. 5% increase in your client retention can increase profitability of your business by up to 75%. Now that's across all industries, but you need to hear that. That's leverage. That just keeping 5% more of your clients can put almost 100% dollars back in your pocket. And we all know this already, but it's 5 times more expensive to get a new client than it is to retain a current one. And in our industry, specifically in real estate, the numbers don't get any better. They're actually quite scary. 9% of people can name their realtor or lender just 2 years after a transaction. Only 9. But you're all thinking right now, no, that's not true, Eric. 100% of my clients are going to come back to me. They promise. I put their magnet on the fridge. It doesn't stick anymore, but I swear they're going to come back to me. I get it. Because 86% of people, according to NAR, according to our National Association of Realtors, 86% of your clients shook your hand. They said, I appreciate you. I'll call you. I will do it. 2 years later, only 12% actually do. That's terrifying. Why? Probably has something to do with that 68% of people just feeling as if they're another transaction. They're just not top of mind. So we're going to give you some strategies today that don't cost you a lot of your time and they won't cost you a lot of your money, your 2 most valuable assets to affect long-term change with your clients. Question: what are you building? What are you building in your business? Are you building a business full of raving fan clients, or are you building a business full of satisfied customers? The difference is simply this. Satisfied customer, look at him right there. That's Mr. and Mrs. Jones. They're signing the paperwork with Johnny Realtor. They're part of that 86% of people. They said, we'll call you. They walk down the street. They hear a conversation about real estate. What do? They just keep walking because they don't feel love. There's not top of mind awareness because you haven't been consistently sending them cool things, which we'll talk about in just a second here. What you want is a raving fan. That's this gentleman over here on the left. Right? You want someone who stops that conversation about real estate and makes sure that you are injected with both those people. And why is there an ATM machine in the middle? Well, what are you building? You know, if your business, if your database, so to speak, is this ATM machine, because what do we own as a realtor or lender? You own your clients, your relationships. And if you're putting just satisfied customer after satisfied customer into your database, effectively you're putting $0 bills into your database. Now, I'm not calling anybody worthless. They're amazing people, I'm sure. But if your business, they're not filling it up because one day you want to retire, one day you want that to pay you back, one day you want to sell that, whatever you're going to do with it, it needs to be filled with raving fan clients so it has value to pay you residual income year after year after year down the road. Again, what do we own? We own our relationships. Nobody on this call is the CEO of Zillow. Nobody owns Trulia, Redfin. So why do we spend so much of our energy and our money trying to always go after the new lead, the new transaction, the new thing, when we have this massive, resource right here, which is our people? Because over the span of a lifetime, according to NAR, the average person will give 5 to 7 referrals over a lifetime. So think about, we have 2 buckets in our business, right? We've got lead gen, and then we've got goodwill. Right? A business needs both of them. Don't rob one to pay for the other, because a business is only as strong as its key employee and client relationships. And I hear this sometimes too. I've been doing this for 13 years. Eric, I don't need to give any gifts. I don't need to send anything cool. I give my service. My service is my gift. That's all I need. Great. That's an awesome idea. But the bottom line is, in 2020, when anybody can jump on a mountaintop and shout your name from their phone, giving great service isn't a gift. Giving great service is an absolute bottom line requirement. You have to go above and beyond. And what's one way you can do that for people? Think about how you feel when you get something in the mail, via package, or it's just generally someone gives you a gift. Think about it. How do you feel? You feel loved, appreciated? You feel thought about? The point is, you have to send them something cool. And I'm going to be going through a couple of our different methods and 7 keys right now of stuff that you can send. And again, it's not going to cost you a lot of your time. It's not going to cost you a lot of your money. But I really need you to hear this, okay? You spend so much time, so much money, and so much energy getting a client, creating a client experience, closing the transaction, and then subsequently trying to follow up. Doesn't it make sense that that person uses you, refers you, and keeps you top of mind forever? Yes or yes, right? The point is, you have to make sure you're in front of them. Here's the punchline, folks. It's not your client's job to remember you. It's your responsibility and obligation to make sure they never have the opportunity to forget about you. So as we go into it right now, with what I would call our 7 keys for lifetime clients, I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to give you 7 keys. And now you might have heard some of these things before. Have you heard it? My challenge is, are you doing it? And then the third thing is, do you have a system in place so you don't even have to think about it? All right, so number 1, we already talked about this, and I know some people are on mute, so I'm gonna ask rhetorical questions, and you don't have to call back or anything like that, because I know people are muted and everything. But what do we own as a real estate broker or agent or a lender or a moving company or insurance, or as a business owner? What do you own, right? We talked about this. You own your clients. You own your relationships. So as we go through these things, we'll start simple, but it's amazing, even on step 1, how simple it is, how many people who I talk to not only don't have a highly organized CRM, that's client relationship management system, but they don't call upon it. It's the most valuable resource you have, is to call upon what I call your people base. Because it's sharp retention. When you become a client, you're not a person, you don't become data. You're not data to us. You're a person with goals, trials, tribulations, things you're working on, exciting things that we want to know about. So you go into our people base. It's a matter of how you're actually approaching the relationships that you're building with people. And the question I have for you is, are you calling upon it at least 2 to 4 times a year simply to add value? It's really that simple. Not to ask if they need a person in real estate or a moving company or a loan or anything like that, but simply to add value. And we'll talk about being a connector in just a minute here. But I learned this early on in my business, you know, the fortune's in the follow-up. And Daniel, can you mute yourself, buddy? I think someone's unmuted. Beautiful, thank you. And the fortune's in the follow-up. I learned that early on in this business. I've been with Cutco, again, 13 years. When I first started, I learned this. Someone said, you have to call all your clients at least once a year. And you do too. This is me telling you. And I know a lot of us right now, this is kind of, you know, we're doing this. We've been doing this. And if you haven't, absolutely must be doing it. But to add value, this equation right here at the bottom of the page, this is something to take into account as we're moving forward into the next 6 keys. Okay, because we all know this, not every client is created equal. But it's important to go above and beyond for certain people. According to Forbes, 80% of your future business will come from 20% of your current clients. So the trick is, or I'm gonna call it a trick, the method is year after year, month after month, is isolating in some way that 20% and going above and beyond for those people. So as we go through these next 6 keys, don't think this is for literally every single client. Some of them might be, but maybe not. Maybe it's just for that top 15, 20%. So what's number 2 is identifying those people. Identifying your gold group. So these are key employee and client relationships that you can see as potential or current strategic referral partners and long-term relationships down the road. How many people should you have on your gold client list? We recommend start with 25, but it must, hear me, must be written down. They can't just be floating around in your head. Oh no, I got to listen to 25 people. I appreciate them. When? In your dreams, it has to be written down and in your people base. So I have this little gold guy here because gold clients they're not a specific person. You might not even have met one of your gold clients yet. It could be a prospect that you want to meet. It can be a lender that you know if you partner with that person, it can mean doubling or tripling your business. But right now they're already closed off because they have a relationship with someone else, right? It could be an insurance agent. It could be a builder. It could be 10 clients, 5 builders, and 5 lenders. I can't tell you how to run your business, but I can tell you that if you want to have a long-term client retention model, that this must be a part of it. So identify your gold group in 3 places, okay? It needs to be identified in 3 places. Number 1 is in your people base. So you should have another tab inside your database, which most databases have some type of method for this. If not, get an Excel spreadsheet. It's not that complicated. Written down who they are, what they own, what they bought, what they're looking to buy, all these different things. And I'm going to, in the next couple steps, you'll see how you find out all this information. The second place you have it organized is on Facebook. Is using social media as a leverage point. You can go on Facebook and say, hey, Mark Zuckerberg, I want to make a list and I want you to tell these 20 people, I want to know when these people post, and it will notify you that this person, you know, Team Man's On just put up a post or whatever it is, so you can be at the forefront. Because the reason a lot of people don't engage with strategic appreciation is there's no trackable ROI. There's no trackable, oh, I leave comment on someone's Facebook thread about their daughter's wedding dress today, I get $1.4 million referral 12 months down the road. There's no equation that equates those things, but every single person on this call knows that those type of things can pay off 10 to 100-fold. But since it's not as trackable, people don't engage in it. And that being said, the third place you organize it, as cheesy as it sounds, in your heart. You have to love on these people. Why? Well, look at your computer. Look around your house. All these things that you have, all these things that you built, the food in your fridge, the fridge itself, the car that you use to drive the grocery store. Make the connection that these people, these gold clients, are the ones who made that possible by the commissions that they allowed you to have in your life by helping them move or sell or do whatever it is that they're doing. So identify it in those different places. Number 3 is my favorite part because it's really where you start to get fun. And I'm going to share this with anybody who wants to, is you customize. What is everybody's favorite thing to talk about? Me. Well, not me, the knife guy, but themselves, right? It's themselves. So how do you find out about stuff? You ask. So we send our clients an all about you form. Thanks for taking the time to fill this out. We want to know more all about you. And what does this have on here? It's just basic information: name, social security number, blood type, mother's maiden name, banking information. I'm kidding. It just has names, obviously, t-shirt size. Why do you think we need to know the t-shirt size? So we can send them a t-shirt in the right size, right? Apple or Android, so we can send them the right 9-foot charger cord to tell them that we're going to keep them powered up through no matter what happens. Charities they work with, hobbies. What a concept. Finding out something that your clients like to do that you also like to do and doing it with them. In talking, I'm looking at Daniel right now. I cannot wait to play ice hockey with you, man. We've been chatting about it for a while. In hindsight of this whole lockdown, I super regret not going out and doing it beforehand. But we're going to get back out there. And the point is, people care about people who care. Take the time to know about them. How does this work in your day-to-day practice? Is customizing, sending someone, like, for example, a custom jersey for their favorite team. Now, again, this isn't for every single person. These aren't mass mailers that you're sending out. But take some extra time to make people feel loved, appreciated, birthdays, and we'll talk about birthdays here in just a moment, but start sending them something cool. And a couple ideas of like stuff that you can send. I mean, one of my favorites is to send a sticker to someone that says, best day of my life. And I put in the note there that this reminds me of the first day that we met. If you want to go above and beyond, you can go to my t-shirt. It says best day of my life. Other things you can send them is like a cool, and we have endless supply of little things. Wacky waving inflatable tube man, little mini one. You put it on your desk. I'm a huge fan of yours. Always here to support you. He doesn't stand up very well. But send them something cool that's customized to them. Or in our case, we send out customized knives a lot of the time that are custom with their info. The point is, it doesn't matter. My mom always taught me this growing up. It doesn't matter the size of the gesture you make. It matters that you make a gesture in the first place. That's the bottom line. So customize it. Number 4 is to be a connector. Now, this goes back to number 1, which is to call upon your people base. There's a strong connection between these two because you don't just call upon your people base to find out if they need to buy or sell real estate or when their next loan payment is or anything like that. Instead of calling to find out what their real estate needs are right now, more than ever, now, lockdown time, what we're dealing with, unprecedented opportunity to help people. Why? People need help. There's a lot of crazy things going on in the world right now. And whether that means they need a plumber or maybe there's a lot of air conditionings that are going to break in the next couple weeks. There's plumbing problems that will happen. Imagine being stuck at home right now and your toilet freaking explodes. It's happened. So, these things, but be a local referral guide. Anybody show of hands, quick shake if anyone's a BNI member. Ed, thank you for the invite to your BNI chapter the other day. So you know exactly what this is. It's giver's gain. So I am constantly not looking to sell gifts to my clients. Of course, that's what we do and that's what we specialize in. But I am on a regular basis trolling through Facebook, trolling through Instagram, finding out what people need. Do you need a plumber? Do you need a paver? Do you need all these things? And I pride myself on being a connector of those people, because if you can help someone solve a problem that has to do with your profession, you're great at what you do. If you help someone solve a problem that's above and beyond of your profession, you become a hero. You become someone who is unforgettable to your clients. So don't just ask for referrals. Give referrals too, not just to people necessarily in our industry, but know your local chiropractors, contractors. Where's the best daycare? Where's the best place for sushi? Where's the best movie theater in town? All those different things should be organized in a little booklet or some type of marketing piece that you can give to your clients, even on a listing presentation, to let them know that you're not just a local real estate expert, you are the local expert in general, and we are here to solve all your problems, right? So now this next one you might think is a little bit challenging, but I encourage you to think it's actually easier now than ever. Never eat lunch alone, all right? Now, I'm just as guilty as everyone. I drive all over Southern California, and I have eaten lunch alone a bunch of times in my car. But the point is, it doesn't have to be every single day, twice a month. Twice a month, okay? You have 25 people on your gold client list. There are 52 weeks in the year. See that easy math right there? Twice a month, you are taking one of your clients or top prospects on that gold client list out to lunch or coffee. Look, if you don't have time for lunch or you don't have income for lunch, look, I've built a business from scratch. I've gone so broke, it's insane. You can build it up from anywhere, just $7 worth of coffee, right? Take it the time to appreciate people. And now I know what you're thinking, oh, we're in lockdown. How can I eat lunch alone? Look at what we're doing. You want me to go grab a salad and show you how to do it? It's not that complicated. Like, call someone up. Hey, buddy, I'm super lonely. I was thinking about you, or maybe not the lonely part. I was thinking about you, and I really appreciate you. I wanted to sit down, have some lunch, and catch up. Do you mind if we set up a quick Zoom call? And then go as far as even send food to their house. Go above and beyond. I did a meeting recently with the Woods Real Estate Group down here in San Diego, and I sent breakfast burritos to 8 people's houses. Let me caveat that. I personally hand-delivered 8 breakfast burritos with the help of a friend to 8 people's houses. What's it take for $25 of lunch to Grubhub it to your gold client's house or to your top prospect's house or to a lender who you know is swamped right now because they're getting so many referrals and you want to get in front of them? How many people take the time, do 5 minutes of research on their Facebook, find out where they ate lunch last week, they took a photo of it, order that food, send it to them, and just say, hey, do you mind if we sit down and together and do it? And if you don't have time to do all that stuff, you don't have the money to do it, first of all, that's not true. You do. I mean, we have more time now than ever. Plus, and you have money now more than ever. And I know that's different for every person, but we're not spending money on gas. We're not spending a certain money on eating out all the time. So you do have a little bit of, client retention income. Is hit them up and just say, hey, I'm sitting here. I'm eating lunch alone. We should do this together sometime. Just that phone call itself sometimes does just as much as the lunch. All right, but doing something neat, sending them something cool to make them feel appreciated. And let's talk about some things that are neat to send, because what's the easiest day in the world to make someone feel loved, to make someone feel special? It's a grand slam, alley-oop, easy day. I saw a couple of people mouth it. Exactly, yeah, your birthday, right? But most people don't have a birthday system in place. You want to make people get all excited like this crazy dog here. The point is, make people feel special on the easiest day in the world. So a couple of things that you can send out. Different cards, obviously, like I send these out, you're out of this world. Sending something that's different, handwritten cards. There's no matter what, no matter how high tech we get, no matter how many neural links we end up putting into our brains, and whatever the heck is going to happen in this world, there will never be anything that is great as a handwritten thank you card. Handwritten card to just let people know how much you care. Another thing that we send, these little, I just got these, shout out to Mary Beth Kelly, they're called tiny love cards. Okay, tiny love cards. This one says, by the way, you're really awesome. This one says, legendary, that's you. There's like 20 different ones in the pack. Thanks, you're the best. And you just throw those in there with that gift right there. Another cool thing that we do with our clients is we send out these covers. So all of our knives, they're super high quality, they're super sharp, but they have hard plastic covers that go on them. And so I'll send them out. I said a few recently, I know it's been and in the note, I'll say, I know it's been a totally crazy year, but no matter what, we've got you covered. Little things right there. Send them a book. If you need a book recommendation, I'm also an author. You can order my book. 100% of everything I make for my book goes directly back to my nonprofit. If you want a copy, let me know, or send them anything that's going to add value to their life. And if all that is just way too complicated and you don't even know where the post office is in your town, that's cool. You got social media. Here's what I've been doing since the lockdown started that has resulted directly in an increase in sales in some cases. People have responded back to it. Facebook, okay? It's their birthday. Please don't write on the wall. You might as well write a little note that says happy birthday and just go ahead and just throw it in the trash, because that's about how much time they're going to spend on it. And I'm not saying they don't appreciate it if they do see it, but the bottom line is Facebook knows that happens. They condense them all down in one thing. Click the message button. Click the message button and jump on there and write either a message that says, happy birthday, hope this is gonna be your best one yet, or what I've been doing, send a video. And if you're scared of making videos, stop. Look, you're doing it right now. You're killing it. You're on video, you look great, you're beautiful, you're real. And so what I'll send is a birthday message. It goes just like this. I'll just give you the exact birthday message. I press record and I go, happy birthday, Daniel. Hey, buddy, I just wanted to take a moment today and appreciate you on your special day. I know we haven't seen each other in a little while, but you really mean a lot to me, man. You, the association, everything that y'all do for us. So wherever you are, whoever you're with, whatever you're doing, I really hope you have the opportunity to celebrate you today, because we're all here for you. We appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful birthday and you make this year your best one yet. End video. 22 seconds. Facebook tells you every single day whose birthday it is. It's not that complicated. Don't overthink it. And if you're not like me, you don't have to have the, it's kind of crazy, but I like it. I also have like little poppers I'll blow, but then I got tired of cleaning all that crap up over my office. There's literally just littered with confetti everywhere. Is send them something neat on their birthday. And when it comes to sending stuff to people, right? There's an unlimited number of things that you can send to people in this world. There's all different types of gifts from all different types of things. And for each business, it's going to be different. But just like you've heard, this key word that's going through is systems. Because Brian Buffini says, if you want to live a big life with a big business, you need to have big systems in place that can keep up with your business as it grows and as it scales. And I'm going to share with you our gifting concept real quick, because if there was a different gift to be sending, I'd be talking about it. But the bottom line is most things that people are sending for birthdays, home anniversaries, closings, first year, transactions, any referral gifts, most things, I'm not here to tell you people don't like what you're giving them. But the reason that our team is super successful is because 90% of those gifts all share one thing in common. Wine, champagne, gift cards, gift baskets. Where do they all go? Right? They're gone. They're eaten. They're drank. That's not a system to keep you top of mind forever. If there was a better thing to be sending, to be talking about right now, I'd be up here talking about it. But the bottom line is there's not. There's having a gifting system in place. That's what we specialize in. For those of you who aren't familiar, quick show of hands. Give me a handshake for those who have some Cutco knives at home. Love it. Look at all the sexy people shaking their hand. All right. So Cutco, it's a brand of super high quality. Everything we make is 100% American made. And I might add that this American made family owned company for the last 8 weeks has not had factory workers in their factory, but they have been paying all 625 of their employees. Things like that are the reason that I'll die with a sample knife in my hand. The point is, having something that's branded, we take it and we brand it with your name, your logo, your tagline. It's kind of hard to see. I'm not going to get into it too much because I'd love to follow up with y'all to get you some more information. The bottom line is, because they're engraved, we put your name on them. There you go. There's a little good look at. They're tax deductible. Okay, you can write off the entire cost of the gift. The thing is, you're all spending money on wine and gift cards and champagne and dinner out. Well, not really dinner out anymore, but all these different things, when you can shift it to something that they use every day, it's tax deductible. And people have been asking me, hey, Eric, how's business? How's the knife industry? We're cranking. We're busier than ever for two reasons. Number one, people are appreciating their clients more than ever right now. But the fact of the matter is, there's never been a time in history where people are home and cooking and eating more. and using knives. So I want to wrap up. I want to get y'all, anyone, some information about our gifting system. I am going to give away a free piece of Cutco, and I'm going to tell you how you're going to win that right now, all right? So pay attention. We're going to do a free drawing for some free Cutco. I'm going to wrap it up here, and then I'm happy to answer any questions. Yeah, the way our program works, we ship you a year supply of gifts, so you have them on hand, because none of your job description is to run around town personalizing gifts for every single person. Your job is to sell real estate or loans or insurance or move people. Your time is best spent doing that. Leave your gifting up to us. So to get entered in the drawing to win the free Cutco, go ahead and pull out your phone. Everybody, please, if you haven't already, cell phone, pull it out. And I'm gonna have you text me. All you're gonna text me is your name and your email. So go ahead and open up your text app, put in my number. Don't text it yet. Listen, don't send it yet. I know you're antsy to do it. I'm gonna give you my phone number. Don't press send just yet because you'll miss out. 858-255-1142. Say it again, and I'll write in the chat afterwards. My number is 858-255-1142. You're going to text me with your name and your email. Wait, don't do it. Then you're entered in the drawing for some free Cutco. I do like to reward people for taking action now on things they know they might want to do for their business eventually anyway. So for anyone who'd like to set up a no obligation gift consultation, I'll give you a call. We'll set up a Zoom, take about 15 minutes. You don't have to buy anything. I'm just going to buy you a free piece of Cutco just for meeting with me. So if y'all are down for free Cutco, have a couple minutes with the Cutco guy. Put a couple asterisks, those little stars. Just put 3 of those or 2 of those into your text with your name and your email. I'll respond back with some times. We'll get together during the week. Again, no obligation. I just want the opportunity to show you how our business works. I'll also send you a copy of my book if you'd like. I'm here to serve. Our team is in the business of selling knives and changing lives, with the emphasis on the changing lives part. We're here to make sure that you stay top of mind forever. So what you're going to do, text me with your name and email, put a couple stars in it if you want to set up a time for a no obligation consultation. We'll get you all squared away with that. But as we wrap up here is, again, I want you to remember, what are we building here? Why are you doing what you do? Are you doing it just to get through the rest of the day because you had to make 20 phone calls today because your manager told you you had to make 20 phone calls a day because that's what you think is the right thing to do? Or are you in this business to create a lifestyle for yourself, to build a business that will pay you residual income one day through the long-term relationships that you have with clients? When people have asked me, Eric, what's changed for you the most during this lockdown time? I'll say this: I have doubled down on my client retention. And we were already killing it. I have taken all my marketing budget that I was spending on gas and gifts in the field and buying lunches and all these different things, and I have redirected 100% of it to my clients, because like we talked about, what do you own? You own your relationships. And now is the time to harness the power of those relationships. You have the time, you have the energy, people are receptive to it, people are ready for it, and people are able and willing to help you out. And I'll leave you with this, is the people who take action in times of uncertainty, like we are in now, will be the people who are rewarded when things shift. Check the history books. That's how it works. So take action now. Reach out to me if you have any questions about gifts. If you have any questions about the book, I'm here as a resource to help anybody in the industry. I've been doing this for a long time. The fact that I can have a relationship with SRCAR means a ton, and I that's all I got for you today. I'm going to turn it over back to Daniel if anyone has any questions. Also, to anyone who emails me, I will send you the All About You form. So again, make sure you send me that text with your name and email. I'll email you the All About You form so you can download that, customize it. Our team here is here to share. We're here to help you grow. We're here to sell knives and change lives. And I really appreciate all of your time today. I'll jump off the screen share and we'll open it up to a Q&A if anybody has any. But other than that, I really appreciate it. I hope everybody has a super sharp rest of your day.
Awesome presentation, Eric. Great information. Thank you so much for all that. That was fantastic. They did have a question. Colleen has a question about the gold clients. How do you identify your gold clients?
That's a good question. I mean, the first thing like that comes to mind is a gut feeling, I guess you'd say, you don't necessarily know. Let's say if you're going to start with 25 clients as a model for gold clients, maybe start with, it depends where you're at in your business, but maybe start with 15 who are already clients, all right? Who is that person who, gosh, that was a great experience. I'd love to work with that person again. Maybe they've only been in their home for 6 months, but that doesn't mean they might, who knows? People move all the time. The national average is 4 to 5 years or 5 to 6 years, but that's an average. People move less. The other people you can put in your gold client list is key referral partners. For you, that might be identifying a loan officer. That might be identifying a TC, a person who's out in the field. And I'm looking at Ed. I know that guy's a networking king, How many people, I'm about to get you some free lunch, Ed. How many people have sent lunch to Ed last week? Nobody. I'm just kidding. But he's, finding people like that who are magnets in the community. And the other thing to hear with a gold client list is, and I appreciate you bring this up because this is an important thing to hear that I didn't mention. Once a gold client, not always a gold client.
Yeah, it's true.
You're not locked in for life. We move people onto our gold client list and we have a gold client list of over 600 people. We make a lot less money off a knife sale than you do off of a home sale. And we've been doing this over a decade across the country. But the bottom line is you're not in for life. It's not a lifetime membership to the Gold Client Club. And if at a certain point you don't really want to, and I've had to do this multiple times. I'm not going to send you any more free knives. I'm not going to send you any more free lunches. I'm not going to keep sending you books because don't work with people who don't want to work with you. But it's about taking those times, rolling the dice. And for us, it's kind of like is it worth the roll of the dice? Is it worth the 50 cents for a best day of my life sticker? Is it worth the $1 for the card? The $5, oh, this is a fun one I send too. I send a little thing of spices and I say, we keep it extra spicy for you. Or, for certain people, because it's going to be a super powerful relationship. And this is why we sell $2.5 million worth of knives a year. Is it worth the $130 gamble to put a branding piece in your client's hand that they're using every single day forever for the rest of their life? In our opinion, yeah, it is. Of course, you're not going to go give 5 Cutco knives out a day. That's not economically viable. They range in price from $100 to $200, but it can be all different types of stuff, right? And start small and work your way back up to it. Does that answer the question?
I believe it did. Yeah, that was great information. Thank you. Did anyone else have any questions? Feel free to unmute yourself and ask Eric directly. Well, I think, Eric, you were fantastic as always. Your energy is contagious and it's admirable. Love it. So thank you so much for taking the time today for sharing your 7 tips for us. And let's give Eric a round of applause. So good job. Thanks, Eric.
I appreciate all of you. Yeah, reach out to me. I think that my number went up. Y'all can find me. I'm on Facebook. Yeah, my info's on the chat. So I'm looking forward to connecting with y'all soon. Have a super sharp rest of your day.